During the summer of 2018, I had the privilege of leading the Davidson College men's basketball team on a life-changing journey to Auschwitz, along with my colleagues from the Maimonides Institute, Candle's Holocaust Museum and Education Center, and Holocaust survivor Eva Moses Corps. Our goal was to inspire these young men to use their platform to become active agents of social change. The team spent 4 harrowing days touring Auschwitz-Birkenau and hearing survivor testimony from Eva, a survivor of Joseph Mengele's infamous twin experiments. They walked through former barracks of the concentration camps that now serve as memorials and house personal artifacts of the victims: clothing, shoes, prosthetic limbs, even human hair. They stood in the gas chambers and saw the ovens used to burn the bodies of those who were murdered. They saw the worst that humankind has to offer. Since returning from this trip, I have continued to stay in contact with the coaches and players from Davidson, and I believe they have shown the best that humankind has to offer. From drafting statements of solidarity after the massacre at the Tree of Life Synagogue, to reaching out to members of the local Jewish community to offer their support, it is clear that this experience fostered a new generation of leaders and influencers who understand the importance and relevance of Holocaust education and the promotion of human dignity for all. In Judaism, there is a saying, L'dor vador. It means from generation to generation. Eva Moses Corps once told me that on Yom Hashoah, it's not enough to just remember the past. You must also actively work to protect the future by making sure that the next generation knows the stories of those who lost their lives in the Holocaust. We must teach them what can happen when we as a society allow the labeling, persecution, and mass murder of those deemed unfit. We must remind them that this happened. It happened to people like us. While we cannot gather together to physically commemorate Yom Hashoah this year, COVID-19 will not stop us from uniting as members of humankind in a demonstration of kindness and a commitment to remembering the past and protecting the future that spans generations. We have gathered Davidson basketball players and athletes, past and present, and they have included their children, our future, in this year's campaign to Remember Together. Thank you to Coach Bob McKillop, Dr. Amanda Caleb, the entire Davidson basketball program, and everyone who has been instrumental in making this virtual remembrance happen. L'dor vador. From generation to generation, we will always remember together.
My name is Bob McKillop, and I am the basketball coach at Davidson College. I am participating in this year's virtual reading of the names of the victims of the Holocaust. Reading the names of the men, women, and children killed during the Holocaust is a symbolic yet very personal way of remembering these individuals. Many victims of the Holocaust do not have a grave. By reciting their names, it allows us to remember them and to understand that this did happen. It happened to people like us. It happened one by one. We remember them, and we attempt to restore their dignity by this simple act. Although we cannot physically be together to read the names today, the importance of remembering our shared past is perhaps more important than ever before as we are facing a global pandemic that does not discriminate based upon race, religion, or ethnicity. We read these names in unity as members of humankind and remember together. Menachem Ungar, Miklos Ungar, Janos Unger, Dodek without a last name, Feiga Unterrud, Jokvet Orbach, Renata Orbach, Henia Uzerowitz, Kaha Vachtenheim, Srul Vachtenheim, Wolf Wachtenheim, Brandy Wachtenheim, Abraham Vanier, Dora Vanier, Isaac Vannerman, Leonid Vannerman, Leboff Vannerman, Moishi Vannerman, Semyon Vannerman, Dvoja Vanstein, Ida Vanstein, Ekel Vanstein, Mikkel Vanstein, Rita Vanstein, Ruben Vanstein, Vigdor Vanstein, Yefim Vanstein, Ruben Vanstein, Sarah Vanstein, Kana Weisfeld, Haya Weisfeld, Mordecai Weisfeld, Manya Weissman, Rachela Weissman, Sarah Weissman, Shloma Weissman, David Vax, Kana Vax, Manya Vax, Kopel Wald, Shulem Varman, Gita Warshawski, Victor Wasserberg, Pesha Wasserman, Sofia Wasserman, Burl Wasner, Ephraim Wasner, Yekeskel Wasner, Kaver Vector, Hirschel Vector, Gerda Weinreich, Liebe Weinreich, Kana Weinsaft, Meyer Wes, Zvi Wes, Kaiki Wes, David Weckstein, Genya Weckstein, Kava Weckstein, Nathan Weckstein, Sunya Wexler, Isaac Velenitsky, Tanya Veltman, Viri Vendroff, Esther Vendroff, Rosa Vendroff, Ruva Vendroff, Hadassah Vengel, Moshi Vengelnik, Sonia Vermut, Shraga Vidman, Aji Vig, Miklos Vig, Michaela Vilensky.
Hello, my name is John Axel Gutmanson. I'm a senior on the Davidson College men's basketball team. I'm a participant in this year's virtual reading of the names of the victims of the Holocaust. Taibia Jin, 16 years old of age. Nana Jairo, 4 years old. Yosef Jitman, 12 years old. Kana Glassman, 6 years old. Daniel Glacier, 6 years old. Isaac Glacier, 2 years old. Isaac Glacier, 1 year old. Lalia Glacier, 10 years old. Raquel Glacier, 17 years old. Arca Globus, 8 years old. Arca Globus, 8 years old. Sabina Globus Sauer, 17 years old. Moses Gluck, 16 years old. Itil Glusman, 7 years old. Rosil Goberman, 17 years old. Ducia Goigman, 10 years old. Isia Goigman, 2 years old. Israel Goigman, 17 years old. Mina Goigman, 17 years old. Mira Goigman, 6 years old. Salome Goigliner, 15 years old. Lev Gorgiston, 17 years old. Abraham Goldberg, 14 years old. Benjamin Goldberg, 16 years old. Brendel Goldberg, 12 years old. Elia Goldberg, 16 years old. Fred Goldberg, 14 years old. Janaya Goldberg, 14 years old. Janaya Goldberg, 5 years old. Isaac Goldberg, 12 years old. Kelman Goldberg, 17 years old. Myra Goldberg, 16 years old. Pavel Goldberg, 16 years old. Yonya Goldberg, 2 years old. Ira Goldberg, 7 years old. Alla Goldenstein, 9 years old. Basia Goldfarb, 17 years old. Dora Golden, 7 years old. Estera Goldklang, 6 years old. Mariam Goldklang, 10 years old. Bluma Goldman, 12 years old. Chaya Goldman, 13 years old. Annette Goldman, 15 years old. Feigl Goldman, 13 years old. Abraham Goldrosen, 1 year old. Inge Goldsmith, 15 years old. Boria Goldsider, 5 years old. Adelia Goldsmith, 13 years old. Misha Goldsmith, 15 years old. Young Goldsmith, 16 years old. Mira Goldstein, 11 years old. Myra Goldstein, 11 years old. Nali Goldstein, 8 years old. Nellie Goldstein, 8 years old. Chana Goldstein, 12 years old. Ethel Goldstein, 14 years old. Joseph Goldstein, 11 years old. Manuel Goldstein, 17 years old. Moshe Goldstein, 10 years old. Shmuel Goldstein, 17 years old. Bala Goldstein, 14 years old. Pasha Goldstein, 17 years old. Shifra Goldstein, 6 years old. Yeshua Goldwasser, 15 years old. Rashia Goldwasser, 16 years old. Liza Goldsman, 8 years old. Yaakov Gorenstein, 17 years old. Aria Gottesman, 12 years old. Aliyah Gottesman, 16 years old. Liabis Gottesman, 10 years old. Libby Gottesman, 7 years old. Mari Gottlieb, 12 years old. Shomya Gottlieb, 12 years old. Laib Gostik, 10 years old. Maurice Grashai, 9 years old.
My name is Matt McKillop, and I'm a coach on the Davidson College men's basketball team. I'm participating in this year's virtual reading of the names of the victims of the Holocaust. Casil Broner, 10 years old. Bazia Bronfeld, 4. Tatiana Bronfeld, 1. Frida Bronner, 14. Coney Bronstein, 16. Nuken Bronstein, 16. Boria Brover, 17. Muzia Brover, 15. Aniko Brust, 16. Pearl Bruzica, 5. Welle Brill, 8. Edith Buchbaum, 8. Vilmos Buchbaum, 14. Daniel Buchwald, 8. Simone Budman, 10. Leonid Buchbinder, 16. Bronislav Borakovsky, 3. Maria Burdo, 12. Noyak Bernstein, 14. Joseph Chaikin, 16. Azik Shamovich, 11. Kana Shamovich, 9. Sarah Shamovich, 17. Saba Shazan, 16. Kana Shoman, 11. Moshi Shoman, 8. Sarah Shoman, 4. Marie Sharowitz, 17. Alvaro Cohen, 7. David Davidix, 12. Mariam Davidovitz, 5. Joseph Deutsch, 9. Judith Deutsch, 10. Mina Deutsch, 5. Asna Deutscher, 14. Margit Diamant, 11. Isaac Jament, 15. Kaya Dobrinsky, 6. Lev Dobrinsky, 8. Miriam Dohan, 7. Peza Dolgitzer, 1. Beta Donor, 3. Shana Dorfman, 17. Israel Dorfman, 11. Lieb Dorfman, 15. Yuba Dubovsky, 12. Rakil Dulitz, 5. Roma Dulitz, 11. Baruch Dvorkin, 8. Frida Dvorkin, 11. Georgira Dvorkin, 17. Nishima Dvorkin, 15. Maher Zavonsky, 16. Gittel Ebeshik, 8. Asna Idel, 16. Shaya Edelman, 12. Nasham Edelman, 13. Aaron Edelstein, 5. Motel Efron, 17. Marceli Eggert, 15. Sarah Ehrenwald, 8. Emil Ehrlich, 12. Dora Edelman, 17. Mark Edelman, 6. Isaac Adlin, 7. Joseph Adlis, 17. Teresa Eilenberg, 8. Abba Einbinder, 11. Paul Eisdorfer, 15. Thomas Eisdorfer, 12. Leonid Elentouche, 11. Moshe Elias, 12. Sol Elias, 9. Ephraim Elstein, 16.
My name is Patrick Casey, and I'm a senior on the Davidson College men's basketball team. I am participating in this year's virtual reading of the names of the victims of the Holocaust. Liuba Korash, 11. Raisa Korash, 15. Ichi Kosid, 5. Tony Lauer, 11. David Levenstein, 2. Vega Nuhomovich, 5. Henya Oberman, 6. Malka Oberman, 6. Shulamis Oberman, 8. Moshe Odes, 11. Anna Osterreich, 16. Maddie Offenberger, 17. R. Akiva Oxenhendel, 12. R. Slamek Oxenhendel, 9. Hannah Oplatek, 8. Moise Orshansky, 16. Simche Ort, 14. Ichak Orphis, 15. Abraham Orsel, 9. Bila Orsel, 12. Berish Orsel, 5. Chaim Orsel, 15. Shana Orsel, 10. Dina Orsel, 13. Malka Orsel, 12. Nuchim Orsel, 17. Judith Otshitsky, 7. Henya Ozarowitz, 8. Nasham Ozarowitz, 14. Yosef Balshiega, 7. Tuba Ruchi, 13. Rati Rubin, 4. Esther Rezkowski, 12. Eva Salsar, 7. Stefan Salsar, 16. Elikam Salzman, 4. Emmanuel Salzman, 15. Emmanuel Salzman, 6. Ego Sandman, 10. William Sandman, 17. Fritzi Sandman, 13. Oscar Sandman, 17. Willi Sandman, 15. Leo Sivold, 12. Marianne Sivold, 5. Anna Siegenrich, 14. Simon Siegenrich, 12. Ari Siedenfeld, 10. Hava Siedenfeld, 6. Jakob Siedenfeld, 17. Miriam Siedenfeld, 8. Rachel Siedenfeld, 2. Shlomo Siedenfeld, 4. Eva Seidman, 9. Meyer Seidman, 14. Ursula Seifert, 2. Frida Seinveld, 12. Sarah Seligson, 17. Abraham Selinger, 8. Bella Schwartz, 15. Fima Schwartz, 5. Malka Silberstein, 15. Luba Silberstein, 10. George Singer, 10. Renya Singer, 6. Sarah Singer, 12. Tommy Singer, 7. Veronica Singer, 4. Marcus Sommerstein, 2. Georgi Sonnenfeld, 8. Frida Stein, 10. Gittel Seuss, 16. Israel Chiepstein, 12. Alla Udler, 7. Lyudmila Ulyanitsky, 14. Adam Unger, 13.
My name is Will Regal, and I'm a coach on the Davidson College men's basketball team. I'm participating in this year's virtual reading of the names of the victims of the Holocaust. Moisey Volinsky, Ada Vilner, Liza Vilner, Frima Wiener, Miriam Wiener, Shimon Wiener, Shloimi Wiener, Jenya Vinitsky, Esther Vivante, Rosa Vivante, Sandra Vivante, Itchak Wiesel, Mare Wiesel, Mose Wiesel, Rachel Wiesel, Rivka Wiesel, Rosa Volvovich, David Wolfson, Nachim Volk, Sarah Volkovich, Vera Volushin, Jenya Volushin, Rosa Volushin, Usair Volushin, Yekaterina Volinsky, Simka Voskvoinbenek, Boris Volvovich, Moshe Volman, Chaja Voxberg, Rosa Voxberg, Hirsch Voxpress, Ada Wachtel, Cecia Waga, Devora Wagenberg, Fina Wagenberg, Julius Wagenberg, Salo Wagenberg, Israel Weinberg, Chaim Weinberg, Chaim Weinberger, Dewara Weinberger, Mala Weinberger, Moshe Weinstein, Yakiziel Weinstein, Israel Wadjel, Luba Wadjel, Braka Wanjberg, Chaim Wanjberg, Regina Wanjman, Slomo Wanrib, Jakob Wandrib, Adas Wagenstein, Kaya Wagenstein, Alzunia Wandstraub, Frida Wanjwerkel, Zandel Wanjwerkel, Freemet Wajblatt, Mela Wander, Aharon Warman, Hinda Wasserberger, Sarah Wasserberger, Elka Wasser, Gerson Wasser, Haim Welksler, Robert Welksler, Friedel Weichselbaum, Izzy Weichselbaum, Susie Weichselbaum, Israel Weinbaum, Nathan Weinbaum, Chaje Weinberg, Dina Weinberg, Emi Weinberger, Israel Weinberger, Lisi Weinberger, Sanyi Weinberger.
Wolf Hochberg, Elimelech Hoffman, Eva Hoffman, Toby Hoffman, Esther Hoffman, Etu Hoffman, Gittel Hoffman, Haim Hoffman, Esther Hoffman, Hasiak Hoffman, Edith Hoffman, Joseph Hoffman, Minzia Hoffman, Itka Holder, Mila Holder, David Hollander, Kaya Hollander, Rivka Hollander, Samuel Hollander, Taub Hollander, Svea Hollander, Yaakov Hollander, Harry Holstein, Oscar Honig, Kamek Honigman, Pinchas Honigman, Vega Honigman, Moshe Honigman, Aaron Horn, Braca Horn, Leah Horn, Sipora Horn, Yaakov Hornfeld, Yehuda Hornfeld, Yosef Hornfeld, Henrik Horowitz, Eva Horowitz, Ibolia Horowitz, Joseph Horowitz, Laszlo Horowitz, Milka Horowitz, Tibi Horowitz, Anaya Horowitz, Hinda Horowitz, Riza Horowitz, Shlomo Horowitz, Hinko Horty, Mayor Huff, Nathan Huff, Shimon Huff, Henrik Hutt, Siegfried Hymans, Robert Idelson, Yaakov Ingber, Moshe Israel, Mania Itzkovich, Meir Itzkovich, Branka Izbiki, Madzinia Israelowitz, Edward Jacobowitz, Boris Kaplan, Bethia Kadash, Fira Kadash, Rita Kaitov, Pearl Karnam, Izia Kavin, Marat Kavin, Fania Kavkin, Yaka Kavkin, Shimon Kafitz, Nate Kamen, Pesel Kamen, Yosef Kamen, Nunik Kiger, Roman Kiger, Rosa Kiger.
Hello, I am Kevin Kuick, assistant basketball coach at Davidson College. In July 2018, our team had the opportunity to travel to Auschwitz, one of the most powerful and moving experiences of my life. Over 6 million Jews were horrifically killed during the Holocaust, one of the most tragic events in the history of our world. April 21st marks Holocaust Remembrance Day, and to honor and remember those whose lives were cruelly taken, I would like to participate in a virtual reading of their names. Lina Blank, Istvan Blankenberg, Armin Blau, Sarah Blau, Samuel Bletcher, Urshel Blech, Lena Blech, Nita Blech, Raya Blech, Shlema Blech, Yakov Blechman, Jacqueline Blinbaum, Magic Blinbaum, Emmanuel Block, Esther Block, Fila Block, Haja Block, Bela Blum, Vieira Blum, Avram Blumberg, T. Harry Blumenfruch, Shaul Blumenkranch, Viola Blumenschein, Heinz Blumenthal, Solomon Bliacher, Mimi Bach, Rachel Bach, Basha Bograd, Leab Bohorochain, Sarah Bohorochain, Shmelke Bohorochain, Chono Boyko, Abba Boyman, Minna Bombas, Taube Bombas, Faiv Borecki, Judith Borenstein, Alinka Bornstein, Felicia Bornstein, Israel Bornstein, Laja Bornstein, Lajer Bornstein, Mordecai Bornstein, Marek Bornstein, Tauba Bornstein, Tibor Bornstein, Hertha Boss, Gutek Bram, Shalom Bram, Renee Brandis,
Israel Brat, Shelma Brondis, Aliz Braun, Benem Braun, Edith Braun, Jacob Braun, Monique Braun, Rebecca Braun, Bariska Briner, Urzi Briner, Istvan Briner, Marty Briner, Urka Breiterman, Haja Brenner, Larissa Breiker, Sarah Breiker, Riss Brill, Meyer Brill, Musha Brillon, Itya Bromberg, Chaim Bromberg, Akiva Broner.
Therese Grajkar, Claudine Grajkar, Rivka Granovsky, Yakov Granovsky, Ichka Greenfuzz, Wowa Greenman, Alter Grunshippan, Esther Grisman, Freddie Gronetman, Esther Grossman, Olta Grossman, Usher Grossman, Dora Grossman, Amelia Grossman, Grigory Grossman, Riva Grossman, Shimon Grossman, Shlomo Grossman, Asher Gross, Ernst Gross, Olga Gross, Verica Gross, Mila Grossman, Milia Grossman, Vera Gross, Ender Gross, Andre Gross, Eva Gross, Laszlo Grosinger, Miklos Grosinger, Olga Grosinger, Gersh Gruber, Izia Gruber, Kato Grunbaum, Agnes Grunhut, Eva Grunwald, Mika Skrin, Barek Greenberg, Esther Gunkloser, Jeno Gunkloser, Jude Gunkloser, Simon Gumplezwitz, Wolf Gumplezwitz, Menichin Gurin, Yakov Gurman, Asher Gurvich, Mina Gurvich, Reuven Gurvich, Badane Gurvich, Ander Gut, Guri Gut, Lieb Gutkin, Naum Gutkin, Rosa Gutkin, Rose Gutman, Bella Gutstein, Cal Gutman, Thea Gutman, Agnes Goulet, Joseph Goulet, Erica Haar, Aggie Haas, Isvin Haas, Luba Haber, Marco Hyland, Golda Hager, Naaman Hager, Tob Hammer, Arnold Handelsman, Erica Handelsman, Robert Hanfus, Chawa Handwecker, Ada Hartman, Yekil Hartman, Agnes Hartman, Gebra Hauer.
Laszlo Hauer, Eva Havas, Julika Havas, Isaac Haidt, Moish Haidt, Nachman Haidt, Abraham Hild, Joseph Hild, Nachama Hild, Pei Hild, Sarah Hild, Ida Helfer, Mania Helfer, Yakau Helfer, Benzoyan Hellman, Mata Hellman, Gauman Handler, Tajbu Handler, Eva Herkovitz, Marta Herkovitz, Ella Hershkovich, Sarah Hershkovich, Bluma Hershkovitz, Samuel Hershkovitz, Raquel Hershkovich, Simka Hershkovich, Aaron Hershkovitz, Abraham Hershkovitz, Alte Hershtik, Andor Hertzko, Bella Hertzkovic, Vaj Hertzkovic, Raj Hertzkovic, Liba Hertzkovich, Dove Hertzkovitz, Judith Hertzkovitz, Lasso Hertzkovitz, Shlomo Hertzkovitz, Thomas Hertzkovitz, Dibber Hertzkovitz, Jakob Hertzkovitz, Aggie Hertzkowitz, Dina Hertzberg, Jakob Hertzberg, Nachum Hertzberg, Chaim Hertzkowitz, Herschel Hertzkowitz, Z. Giddel Hertzlikowitz, Jakob Herzig, Malka Herzig, Ivan Hilf, Stefan Hilf, Manfred Hilsenrad, Mindel Heinz, Bella Hipser, Burl Hirsch, Dieter Hirsch, Dora Hirsch, Dorothy Hirsch, Evike Hirsch, Gerard Hirsch, Josef Hirsch, Judith Hirsch, Judith Hirsch, Leah Hirsch, Magda Hirsch, Masi Hirsch, Manfred Hirsch, Marianne Hirsch, Missy Hirsch, Paul Hirsch, Tibber Hirsch, Schindel Hirschberg, Ruth Hirschfeld, Lot Hot,